Ronald does. I saw Ronald on an 8 ball, dude. He was hitting ball 400 feet upper in BP, in pool. Like, no, a lot of kids can do that at 19 and 20. He was doing it. You see, Aussie, he just ripped. That kid, he was 34 and a half bats. He's 5, whatever, 5'6". He swing bats the people with 250 pounds strong can swing. But if you worry about outside noise, man, he's a first round pick. They're gonna give him a chance. They want me here, whatever. They don't like me. No, 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 no. Nobody feels sorry for you.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Coach Garcia, and today I'm super excited because the guest that we have today, besides being a former Major League Baseball player, is somebody that also is going to drop a lot of knowledge, especially through his journey from being a former Major League player, but also spending 13 years in between the minor leagues and Major League system from the Braves, which, from my perspective, is one of the most winning organizations in the minor leagues and in the big leagues right now, and especially from having a huge role in their development system, coaching all the way from the minor leagues to the big leagues, such as former MVP Ronald Acuna, all-star players like Ozzy Alvis, William Contreras, Orlando Arcia, and Austin Riley. On today's episode, I'm really excited to have Coach Carlos Mendez. Just to make sure that everyone knows a little bit about your background, can you please share with us a little bit about your experience before you became a professional baseball player, when you play in the minors, and also when you play in the big leagues?
Well, I from Caracas, Venezuela. I started playing my whole life as a kid, the whole little league thing. And then I went to tryouts and those signing at age 15 to 2016 that summer with the Kansas City Royals. That's when the first came here to the United States and played rookie league. Went to the whole levels, rookie league, A ball, high A. That's when I ended up playing for the Wilmington Blue Rocks in 1995, 1996. That's why I ended up somehow married. What am I doing here? 26 years later, still live in Delaware. I love it. Love my family, love my wife, and then next thing you know, you play with Kansas City all the way to AAA. Became a minor league free agent, and then those signing with the Detroit Tigers. When after 6 years, people don't know you become a minor league free agent if you're not on the 40-man roster. And then you get an agent. He discusses your contract. Next thing you know, you go start playing AAA baseball. Play 2 years with the Tigers. I thought I did well. I had a shot to play in the big leagues, and especially in 2000. I had a really good year in 2000. Didn't happen, and after 2 years in AAA, and those hurt my knee. Played with Oakland, signed with Oakland late. Had an unbelievable year in AAA. Nothing happened. Still, I mean, I say, man, we're not going to get a chance to play in the big leagues. I thought I did everything I could, good numbers. Then the following year, I was playing in Venezuela for the Caracas Leones, the Lions, and the Braves came, and I mean, Braves and Baltimore came. They we want to sign you, and those signed with Baltimore. It was the right decision at the time, and that was 2003. And that year, I made it to the big leagues in May 22nd. Remember that getting that call from my manager with the Baltimore Orioles. 105 days, got a big league. My first at bat, got a double. Dreams come true. As a kid, that's what you think. First become professional, and then all of a sudden you play in the big leagues, and I did that, and it was awesome. And and then up and down, and I played 4 more years, and then going back to the Braves 2 years later. Played the rest of my career there in 3 years, and then while I was playing in Venezuela in 2007, they call me and they say the farm director from the Braves say, "Man, you want to be a coach?" I say, "I don't know. I'm still playing, whatever." But I knew it. I wasn't going to go back to the big leagues, so I was 32 years at the time. I said, "You know what?" They gave me a month. I made my decision in 3 days. I said, "Yeah, I want to do it," and it was the right decision. I thought the hardest part was going to be missing the game, missing playing around, but I never did. I never really did. As soon as I started coaching, my focus went on become a better coach, try to use my own experience to help kids coming from Latin America. Next thing you know, this is my 17th year coaching, all with the Braves. I think all as a hitting coach. That's what I like. And I know the game has evolved and a lot of things happening. To this day, I still love what I do, and I got it's something, man. That's why until I can't do it anymore, I'm gonna keep doing it. I think I'm gonna be very grateful. I'm very grateful for what baseball's done for me. I get a great family. I can make a lot of friends because of baseball. And then, like I say, it's a beautiful and unbelievable game. It's a lot of up and downs, a lot of disappointment, but it's part of the journey. And all these kids, they're 14, 15, they get a chance to play. They just keep. You got to do it the right way. Some guys, you got to be the factor luck and the right opportunity. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be the guy. It's your responsibility for the preparation and be better and become just a better ball player.
Having played in the majors and now coaching in both the minors and majors, what do you think are the most critical aspects of player development that often get overlooked at the youth and high school levels?
I think preparations and I've been pretty much my whole career coaching 17, my year 17 in the minor leagues. I've been in every level, all the way from rookie all the way to AAA. I've been in big league teams during playoff runs with the Braves, and I've been with the big league team in September collapse and stuff, and saw the whole thing in the playoffs. It's kind of crazy. It's awesome. But I think the biggest thing that I take from those guys in the big leagues, the preparation it takes to become a big league player, how professional you can be, how dedicated you can be, how frustrating can be to be a baseball player, a good hitter in the big leagues. I saw guys that I have in rookie league and A ball, and they become big league players. And you ask me at the moment on if I knew that guy was going to play in the big leagues, I wasn't sure. But the guys evolve, they play better, they start, the preparation. All of a sudden, something clicks and they become better hitters. And when you see guys like Ronald Acuna, Austin Riley, guys that I have coached in the past, William Contreras now with the Milwaukee Brewers, they got better. Those guys are talented. Those guys got all the skill set that not everybody has. They're above average talent wise, and they just keep working. Next thing you know, they're making all stars and great big league players. And I think the one thing we get confused is like, remember being in the rookie league and A ball, you get the best players from the country, from the high school, from the state, and next thing you know, I think being in Delaware last few for a while now, guys don't understand that part that no matter how good you are, it's a thousand guys as good as you or better than you. So you don't take things for granted. Don't think when you having a good year, that's it. You got to keep pushing and keep working better to become who you can become. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but at least you know that you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing to become a first high school to college and then become professional and stay and make it to the big leagues.
Awesome. You mentioned something really important. Now that I'm on this side too, like you don't have any sort of like regret of when you took the decision to become a coach, and especially something that I seen, especially in the youth level, like some coaches being or showing some sort of like frustration in the way how they coach and they talk to players. And um I'm being on this side now. I kind of like have the same feeling when you say that you technically don't miss the game, but you still love being part of the game, and that's kind of the way how I feel. Like I feel like I was the right decision to become a coach. I was I was younger. I was still like capable to play at least for a couple more years here and there. Mexico, Venezuela. I knew I was probably not having the shot to make it to the big leagues like you did. Um, but what advice do you have for like that player right now who is in high school, travel baseball, college, or even thinking, or even in the minor leagues right now, who's dealing with that type of coach that I seen firsthand? I'm pretty sure that you have seen it too. You have dealt with some of these coaches that you can see on like their body language, on the way how they talk to the players, that they show some sort of like frustration and try to like overwhelm and showing some of this frustration with the players.
It's it's a great question. I think actually today I was having a conversation with one of our young hitting coaches. He just became a coach. He just stopped playing last early in the summer. Now he's a coach, and we just talking about the game. And when I started as a player, sometimes you don't understand what coaches do things, and until you cross the line, you become a coach. You say, "Oh, that was good. Now I understand that guy." I got a lot of guys, coaches that got a big impact on my career, and Paul got names, bunch of names, but you pick something that you think is going to help you down the road. The one thing I learned as a coach, I know a friend of mine told me this one. One thing, don't lie to a player. Don't ever lie to a player, and don't cross the line. And by me, that's like, okay, I'm going to tell you the way it is. I'm going to tell you whenever it's needed to be, something need to be said. But through the years, I learned some coaches can show frustration. I done it. I mean, we all done it. It's just part of being a human being, right? But if the players sees that, then you might lose the player. I'm a big believer that you get to know the person and the player will come along, especially when you get to know the kid better. And then don't feel like because you're a coach, you have to say something every time something doesn't go right. I'm a big believer that you say the right thing at the right time. I know till this day, I'm not the coach that I'm going to tell you something. You strike out, got something to say. Because no, I might not have nothing to say. You might just face a tough pitcher that day, but I make sure I don't have all the answers, but I make sure the players know this. It's like at the end of the year or at the end of the week or at the end of the month, whatever, I'm going to do whatever it is to help you. Might take us, like I say, a week, a month, or a year. Maybe don't even with me, whatever I do is not going to work, help you. But I want you to know that at the end of the day, I try my best to make you better. And hitting is the most difficult thing to do in the world for me in sports. I don't care what everybody says. That's my opinion. Whatever. The more complicated, the more you have to say to kids, especially young kids, high school kids, middle school kids, the more they get confused. It's a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of great stuff. I use the stuff from there. It's a lot of smart people telling you, oh man, that's awesome. You don't have to do that, but you can find a way to explain some of that stuff. But at the end of the day, we have to develop and teach the kid how to compete. Because when you in the cages in practice, everything is easier. But when the game start, when you hitting good and you 2 for 2, oh, I got this guy. But when you 0 for 3 in the middle championship game, you're facing a top pitcher and you're not feeling good, that's when the true colors come. That's when you have to be at your best. So the mental part of the game to become a better hitter is so important. And us as coaches have to prepare our kids for that moment. You're gonna fail over and over. And the more you play, the more difficult it's gonna be, the more you're gonna fail. I mean, high school, you're going to hit 400. College, you might hit 380. Pro, you might hit 300, maybe. And rookie league, it's become more difficult to do it. So the preparation of those kids, and I know you do a great job. I follow you. A lot of people on Delaware doing a good job. A lot of people all over it. Helping these kids to become better players when things are not going right. Don't just I'm not going to be a good coach when you're going good because you don't need a coach when you're going well. You need us when you offer 4, when you offer 3, you're facing a good pitcher. And that's why I think coaching is more the mental part of coaching. Us become more that the relationship of a coach and a player is so important. In high school, it's still even 13, 14, whatever, you more like I don't say a father figure or something, big brother or something because those kids need you. I mean, they're gonna get the training, all that during the week, but when it's time to play, it's just you and him. And parents need to stay outside the door, and it's you and your play. The advice I give to parents, because I've seen it, let the kids fail. Let the kids, if they go 0 for 4, it's okay. You're gonna grow from that. You're gonna become better for that. It's a lot of high. I want my kid when a junior was playing baseball, I want junior to be my child or whatever, Manny Ramirez. All the parents, I want my kid to be Bryce Harper, Alex Bond, all the Philadelphia fans. I can't mention Braves fans here. But anyway, we got to know our limitation. We sometimes we set the ceiling too high for our kids in sports, and that put pressure on the kid. The kid feels if he don't get 2 hits, it's just not good enough. I think we just got to make sure the kids prepared. The kids are working hard. There's a lot of good places where they do it, but we don't have to sell that ceiling so high. We have to make sure the kid is comfortable where he at, and the kid's supposed to do what he's supposed to do. Well, he keep growing as a player, be stronger and all that. But us parents, we need to understand that it's not easy. Your kid not always gonna hit 400. Not every kid's Bryce Harper. Not every kid's gonna be a Zach Wheeler. He's a pitcher. It's a process. Hopefully, end up being something like that. But we need to understand that. Let our kids sometimes, I think, feel too much pressure from parents, and that's a tough spot to be because I've seen it. But at the end of the day, us as coaches, be there for the kid in the good moments, of course. When things are not going good, the kid's looking for you. That's when you know you've done your job.
Wow, that's a lot of knowledge and experience
I turned 50.
somebody who's been
Now, I'm old. I'm
there. So, looking back at your own development from Venezuela to the big leagues, what were some of the key training methods or habits that helped you rise above the competition?
coming up, when I first got here, I will never say it's easier now because no, hitting never going to be easy. It's more ways to get better, more ways to prepare. Technology, machines, fly balls, everything. When I first came to the state, it was okay. It wasn't even a report saying we didn't know what the guy threw, but they taught us something. You got to hit the fastball. Good hitters gonna hit the fastball. If you hit the fastball, you got a chance. And that's since that day to this day, that's what I believe. The good hitters you see what they hit on the fastball, the 380, 360. And my team that I have this year, my three best hitter, 360, 340, and 352. They all went to A ball. The guys that didn't hit the fastball, they hit 210, 220. Ain't nobody is a good breaking ball hitter. If you hit a fastball, you can adjust to something else. You don't have to hit the breaking ball. You can hit 200 hitter or 200 breaking balls, but you don't miss the fastball. And back in the day, that's the thing. I mean, use the whole field. It's a different, old school, basketball. At the end of the day, you got to control the barrel, control the bat. With two strikes, strikeouts were a thing, man. Strike everybody. Two strikes, you don't strike out, that was in the '90s when we started playing, and even the early 2000s. Like we hate strikeouts. Then all of a sudden they start talking about more walks. You can't strike out if you walk and you hit the ball with power. We like it. You know, the game has evolved, and I'm okay with that. Still to this day, hate strikeouts. If you strike out now, you're gonna keep striking out, and you don't care because you hit one good ball. Great for you. If you become a big leaguer like that, amen. Kudos to you. But at the young age, kids that we train, we need to, when we swing the bat, when pitches in the sun, we have to hit them. I don't talk about breaking balls below the soul, fastball over your head. No, no. Fastballs in the strike zone. If you commit to swing, you got to be able to hit it to be a good hitter. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but I can see the guys who hit. You see the heat mat they use in the big leagues. The damage always in the strike zone. Those are the good hitters. So when I work with kids in Delaware, so like, middle way, whatever. I don't tell you to hit the ball the other way, nothing. Just hit the fastball. I don't care, right? If you're 14 years old, if you happen to hit ground balls, but you hit the ball, we got a shot. We cannot make an adjustment. Okay, you got to hit the ball in the air. Yeah, you're not hitting it at all. So how you gonna? You're trying to work in two things now. Learn how to move, how to control the barrel. Hit the ball. Too many ground balls. Okay, now let's go into the video room. Let's see how we're moving, and we might create some more land drives, especially when we pull the ball. Not back in the days, just two strikes, you got to go the other way, inside out, whatever. A lot of teamwork, a lot of T. That was the thing. They didn't have those machines like now. I remember the machines we used to have. They call it the Iron Mike, a blue machine. They go like, it look like a
I remember that one. They used to put
story.
like a coin on it when you're going to like the batting cages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a but hey, we were good, and they used those yellow dimple balls. It was just
Yes.
what we have. And next thing it was no game report. You say you face that guy one day. If you remember, you remember. And you start playing, going to higher levels, little more information. The pitching, the hitting coaches were more details. Hey, this guy throws slide. They don't give you a report. Say this guy like the slider, the reliever. He's gonna throw a slider no matter what. So you okay?
It's
It's
more
not,
like a verbal thing.
yeah, and then whoever wants to get him and help him do it. No, it's okay. In the last few years in AAA, there was definitely the game. The guy we were facing got a little more information. But now that I became a coach, you got too much. Sometimes you gave your computers, your guys, the analytics department gave you, especially in AAA. Last 4 years when I was in AAA, this is what you got, like in the big leagues. You got video every pitch. You have everything. You got numbers like what the fastball does. Is this right? Is it sing? Is it wrong? Quarters. And some guys are so dependent on that. Like, oh, they have to know the numbers. If not, that they feel like if they go to battle unprepared.
You're not a
But then
player.
you have all the guys that just I had in AAA in 2021. I got William Contreras, Orlando Arcia, Johan Camargo, big Latin players, but good players, big league guys. So what they all got in common when they say when the reliever came from the bullpen, mainly what he had. How hard he throw? 92, 92. Second best pitch, change against lefty, slide right. That's it. I go battle with that because relievers in the true play big league, two-piece guy go hard and slide right. Now everybody throws 100. But also, me coming through the system, we didn't have that. We more okay. If you don't know the guy, usually you take a pitch, you go, you got to figure out how you're going to prepare against a guy in that moment. And going back to that, it's just like kids nowadays, they depend so much on information that they don't have it. What are you going to do? Let's say you go to a game, and we happen to us like no Wi-Fi, you can't get no. We don't know what these guys have. They're panicking. Oh, but take a damn pitch, strike one, strike two. Then you cannot be afraid here with two strikes. But some guys can do it, sometimes some guys can't. I always say you gotta always think worst scenario when you go to hit in practice. This is the worst scenario. Okay, I can't. My swing is too hard. Well, you're gonna compete today. It's like you're facing a guy that throw really hard. You can pick the spin or whatever. And that's at this age. At this year, I was here with the younger kids, and I went to the Dominican Academy. I told them that like we have to prepare when we're not feeling good. When we're good, we're the best hitting coaches in the world, kid. You know that. But when the team is getting 2 hits per game, you say, "Oh, what are you gonna do today?" You got to come up with ideas, different different ways to say, but the same philosophy. I'm a big believer, like also with the Braves. Our job is hit the ball hard, swing strikes, and hit the ball hard. It's nothing special about what we think as an organization or philosophy. Swing the ball, swing strikes, and hit the ball hard. We go from there, especially in the lower levels. And just when I went to the big leagues and the whole thing opened, being in AAA, I was like, it's so much. It was pressure because you go there and you playing today. You know when you're playing again, you just try to do the right thing to stay there. And like I said, it has 105 days in the big leagues. If I had to do all over again, I'll do the same thing. Nobody's gonna take that away from me. I did it from my family and my friends. My dad at the time was alive. He was able to call me a big league player, and for me that's awesome. That's because he did everything for me when I was growing up. He was tough too. If he had a game when I was already in high school, I like to go to a party. You got a game tomorrow? I go. Don't be late. Careful, this and that. Everything that he did, I've done it as a dad, as a parent. So sometimes us when we were kids, we say, "Man, my dad stopped, whatever." But parents always look out for their kids, and I understand after I became a father what my dad was trying to do. Just make me a better person. I love baseball. He tried to make me. He said, "You hopefully you're a professional baseball player," and we accomplished that. But the thing is, like, I always have fun for the game. The game's always gonna give me so much, but you gotta have fun. When you don't have fun, it's becoming a job. Eh, 9 to 5 job. But when you see having fun, even if you're not doing great, you're always gonna be able to succeed. And when things get tough or rough, you'll be able to come out of that hole sooner, I think.
This is what happened when you talk to someone who's been through this journey, not just as a player, especially being on the other side as a coach. So I have a list of the questions that I wanted to ask you during this interview, and you already answered at least two of them. When I just and it's
You
just
start
going
talking.
back to back, I'm like, okay, he has an idea what he's talking about because like I show these type of interview to some of the parents that I work with, and especially for those parents who are listening to this type of interview that want to their kids to succeed, but sometimes they can push too hard. What's your advice on balancing in like intense training and development with allowing like a kid to also enjoy the game?
Well, when you got teams now, it's different. So you have a player. Parents, I told the parents when I do lessons, I've been doing it for 12, 13 years in Delaware. And I think I'm doing good. I'm doing great. A lot of friends, still friends with a lot of parents and kids. I told the parents, you can be there. You can watch me working if you like. If you have a question, you ask me what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything because I got my plan. The first time I work with your kid, I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna video and see what he does and go from there. I ain't that good to see two swings. So this is what you're doing. I gotta watch a video. I gotta see the kid how he moves. Then I'm the one working with your kid. You pay me for. So just let me finish. If you have questions, you ask me. I know with the kid. I want the kid to feel safe. When he walk into that cage with me, it's me and him. There's nobody else, nobody watching. Because you can tell some kids that got it, they keep looking at the kid, 8 years old, 9 year old, normal, right? And I just make sure that the parents know, like I say, it's just when you bring your kid here, it's not like, okay, you gotta make it a better hitter. No. I want the kid to be this the session, do you wanna work on your game? It's gonna take this gonna make you better, but I don't want you the kid to feel like okay, if I don't get better, if I don't get to hit this weekend, this is not good. I want the kid to come here and live in a good note. Even it's going to be some times that you get a kid that doesn't have a good session. You know he didn't have a good session, but you find a way that the kid lives happy in a good note. Like it's very important for us that that kid, confidence is high, no matter in his worst day. Why? Because that's gonna be like your place. You and your kid plays that day. Like this is us. This is nobody else. When you go home, you talk to your dad about what we did, and you ask you that question. Your dad's gonna have questions. But when it's me and him, I want the kid to feel safe, relaxed, and ready to learn, but have fun at the same time. And that's what I know that's what I can do. I told the parents, I don't want to promise you your kid's gonna hit 400 next year in high school. But I guarantee you, he's gonna be better. And that's for me. I done my job. Get better, and then if we get better, I guarantee you, then it's room to improve. We know miracle workers. Some kids are just more behind than others, and I've always told the parents, "Hey, he needs work. It won't be easy, but we're gonna do. We're gonna try." And some kids that are more advanced, you can actually push a little more. You gotta push the kids, man, a little bit, but the right way. That's what I'm saying. You don't say, even you got 30 minutes to hit. You can talk. I like to stop when they do something good. Hey, I like that. This is what we do. When it's something's not going good, it's just okay. Why? Make sure the kids understand why. And we're gonna work one thing at a time. If it's lower of the hands, getting the front foot down, balance, one thing. Because we say, okay, we're working on loading the hands and the swing. Hey, but remember, you got to get the front foot down. Now the kids got two things going on. Oh, my hand, kids get confused very easily. In us, our job is just make sure that does not happen. So one thing at a time. If that thing gets fixed, and you work into the next one. And I know you're done it because you do a good job with that. You're doing a good job. But it's just to understand that it's not in one day you're going to make that kid the best hitter on the team. But with consistency, and the kid keeps going, it's going to improve. And that's our goal. That's what we do on our job.
Awesome. I'm glad we covered some information for the youngsters, for the guys in middle school that just starting their first year in high school, and especially for the parents too as well. Let's move on and talk a little bit about like more of the older class, the older players that I personally coach and travel and college. As a coach in the Braves organization, how do you approach development at the different stages from the minors to the players breaking into the majors? How do you methods change depending on the players level?
Well, if you get a high school kid, definitely is different than the college kids. Some kids coming from college are very, they've been in almost pro. They've been, and a lot of these kids nowadays, they got coaches like you, they got coaches like me, some of them, and they already I got my guy. Okay, the first thing we ask the kid, they're like the guys we just drafted this year. We got three high school kids, position players, one Canadian, one from Boston, and the other one from California. They look pretty good, 18 years old, and they've been here for 6 weeks. And the only thing we talk about is maybe balance, maybe how we do some drills, nothing else. And game planning approach. We don't talk about mechanics and swing because those kids got drafted for a reason. Unless you see something really drastically bad, you don't touch the kid. Now, next week, we got instructional league. That's what we're going to, okay, we have video, we have data, we have everything to say, this is our plan for you. This kid, I'm going to mention one kid, okay, you promise you're having trouble because you're rolling over pitches in the middle lane. Well, if you see the video, the kids don't have no space, and then we can address that. But we cannot do that even if we knew 3 weeks ago because the kid was swinging the bat well. He just got here. A kid come in and you change everything about him right away. He just got drafted, and then he go into a slum or fun. Oh, well, the Braves told me to do that, so they messed me up. And then you just to cover yourself from that, us, the Braves, you do you, and we learn, we're gonna get to know you, video, like I said before, and then you attack the program. I think simplify things. I think we got the analytics department that telling us how we got this called the in cats is like it's a platform. The guy's pitcher and hitters use. They start swinging and they read how your body moves. We got kinetic. We got stuff in their body, and it's such a more. And they put it on. I just watched, and they put it in the video on the computer. I don't know what's going on. I just seen a lot of stuff going on, like a Christmas tree. But then the analytics department take the plan, say this is what this kid doesn't really connect to the ground. This kid doesn't really use his core, and that's what you prepare a plan for that kid, and then you come up with the drills and all that. It's a various department to tell you how we want to work, and then we put everything together. Our hitting department here is really good. We have our hitting coordinator, Chris Anturiski. He's a super smart guy, super young guy, but his vision is okay. We have to be the best, and everybody's vision should be that. And at the end of the day, you need talent to be the best, but the talent needs to be developed too. I think we on the right path. We have some good Latin players. We had the Braves, no way. The Braves had invested a lot of money in Latin America, a lot of money. Oh, a lot of sign, good, mucho, mucho. And then what the Braves do here, they do a lot. They draft a lot of pitchers in the draft, and the position players kind of coming from Latin America. That's the plan, and it's part of. I'm part of the hitting department here, the lower levels, to make that happen. And you're gonna get from time to time the Acuñas, Austin Riley, the Money Mike, But
Oh, see Albies. Remember I
oh,
played against him in
Aussie,
the
man,
low
Aussie,
A.
like to Aussie just show like that. He start hitting me. Aussie just, you see Aussie, he just ripped. That kid, he was 34 and a half bats. He's five, whatever, 5'6". He swing bats the people with 250 pounds strong can swing. Put it that way. But he has that ability. It's not like the Braves did. He show up with that talent, and the Braves just kind of a lot of people have hands on it, but sometimes just the talent is there, and it's with the right people around you, you with the right attitude and the right preparation. I think you can become something like that. Acuna, man, I play with Acuna's dad. They got the same swing, but Acuna's more talented than his dad. His dad was a good hitter, as good a hitter as Acuna in professional level. You see the numbers, 280, whatever, but he didn't hit the homers. Acuna's a better all-around player. Ronald, he throws, he runs the 40-40, whatever. And he had three more brothers. I saw one of them, this with the twins. They all hit the same. The hands are waving, but it's hard to replicate that. What Ronald does, I saw Ronald in A ball, dude. He was hitting about 400 feet Oppo in BP, in pool. Like, no, a lot of kids can do that at 19 and 20. He was doing it. So you can tell back then, like, oh, this kid's going to be special. And and that's the part. Not everybody's going to be that lucky, get the skill set. But hey, doesn't mean that you cannot be a great hitter, hit for power, become an all-star, because it happened left and right. Happened over the years, keep happening. So, just the preparation, the thing that the develop part for us is got to be strength and condition department. Then us, then the infielders, it's an outfielder. It's a whole process of a lot of people involved. And you have to be patient. Players have to be patient. They want the results right away, and that's when you have to make sure remind, hey man, you heard this is trust the process, right? Everybody keep using that, but that's true. Some guys gonna get it right away, gonna keep moving up, being the biggest in 2 3 years. Some guys might take longer, but become as good players as the guy went in 2 years. So it's an uphill battle playing baseball at any level, because when things is tough, it's only what I'm gonna do, and they want to kind of adjust to adversity better or easier or first, whatever you want to call. I think those are the guys that they're grinding and might stick around for a little bit.
Nice, nice. It's a lot of information, guys. You better listen to this because I don't talk too much about like how important or like the role model that you're for me since day one when I moved to to Delaware. You were the first guy that you know, try to help me out to feel like I'm at home in Delaware. You kind of like show me the path of like, okay, you should go here, you shouldn't be there, you should talk to this guy, you shouldn't talk to that guy. And I really appreciate that you taking the time to share all your knowledge, and it's super special for me to um to talk to you on and you give me opportunity to share all that journey, all that passion and all that love that you have for the game, and especially at the higher level. um I don't think like many players from especially from Delaware or around this area have the luxury to have access to somebody like you. Um and that's something that really means to me a lot. So I really appreciate you taking your time for doing all of this. One of the hardest transition for a young player is that's going from high school or college to play pro baseball. Um, what are some of the keys that players need to work on to be ready to make that jump?
I think one of the biggest things, high school to college, first you're moving away. How far away from home you want to be? How much you want to play D1? Are you going to be going to a college? You're going to be playing every day right away, or you're going to be in the bench and well to next year? I think the first thing they got to consider between because I've seen it in Delaware. Are you going to be happy just because you want to play D1, going to a college? Okay, maybe that's a college dream, but you won't. They don't guarantee you anything. But then you go to a smaller school, you're going to still play. You want to play every day. You're gonna be able to show just what you can do. Also, if you can be away from home or more than you got to go across the country, and you won't be happy. Remember, if you go to a school just to play baseball, right? You're from high school to college. If you don't like, if the baseball thing is not working, you're gonna most likely don't like the school, right? So school, I heard people talking about this. They had kids going and coaches. When you pick a school, you got to look into consideration all those aspects, city, whatever it is into college, like besides the baseball part, because that can be if you having a bad year, you're in a place you want to be next year, you're gonna be transferred. It's so crazy with all this transfer and all this stuff going on now. I don't understand, but know your limitations. You cannot always think about okay, pro. You got to feel established yourself as a college player. First, as a high school, you're a freshman. You good, right? But you go to a good program in Delaware. You go to a St. Mark's, Sally's. You just won DMA. Those are the top programs right now. The ones down south. But they got a guy there. This play your position. He's gonna play. He's a senior. But you expect to be a star, but you're gonna be able to play that position. Are you be willing to go? Okay, I'm gonna play JV, and whenever my chance comes, I'm gonna be ready to go to varsity. Can you accept that? Because it's always that a chance. I mean, some guys are gonna be just really good, and you're a freshman, you start, go do your thing. But know who's in front of you, knows from behind. Don't take nothing for granted. It's easy to say, man, I hit 400 last year, I ain't playing right now. What you done is done. Water on the bridge, man. You got to keep going forward, thinking ahead. What you did last year, what you did last month, people forget about. The only one remembers you on social media posting the line double with bases loaded. That everybody forgot, and everybody. That's how people use social media the right way. But when be aware the other people want your job because you got the job doesn't mean you want to keep that job at any level. I'm talking about high school, then college. Remember, a lot of people behind you, the professional, hopefully. And we can talk from experience. When you get that, you had a good year, that they drafted first round pick shortstop. Let's say that, for example, and you play shortstop, he's a college kid, they're gonna move in quick. What are you gonna do? Worry about that? You can't worry about that. You wanna do your thing. You're gonna do you. And that's it. That's your fight. Your fight is against yourself. If you play good, don't worry. If it's with the Giants, with Kansas City, or the Braves, I'm gonna have a job. Somebody want me as long as I do what I'm supposed to do. But if you worry about outside noise, man, he's a first round pick. They're gonna give him a chance. They want me here, whatever. They don't like me. No, 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 no. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you unless your family and closest friend, baby. Because in baseball, short memory. Everybody, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. That's it. You, everybody at home will be worried, but you don't. The only thing you can control is how you play on the field. When you're not hitting, you have to hustle. You got to play hard in and out of the field. You have to practice hard. You have to show everybody that you're ready to play at any level. And I don't talk about false hustle, like screaming, "Huh, huh." No, I'm not talking about that crap. That's not what I'm talking. Talking about real. Hey, man, I want to be the man here, but I'm going to show you. Not because I'm going to get 3 hits, because everything I do is I'm a leader in this team. Not everybody can be a leader. Not all the leaders are talking loud on that. It's lead by example. You get a ground ball to shortstop, you run hard. You all for 4 and you think everybody got hit, you're happy for your team. Even from inside, you're dying, man. We're not for 4. You lost 10-1, but you get 3 hits, I'm good. I'm happy. Oh, people notice that. Teammates notice that. And when your teammates start seeing that, it's okay to be selfish, but be selfish the right way because you want to play good, because you want to help your team to win. Don't be selfish because I just want to worry about myself and screw everybody else. That's the kind of stuff that, besides what you do on the field, I think it's going to help you in your career because I've seen it. I've seen guys that are just, in professional level, we had guys in the past. We have meetings. We have 2 guys. One is just better than the other, but they kind of little better, whatever, little younger or same age. But one is a bad teammate. Nobody wants him. And the other one kind of does the same thing, but doesn't bother anybody, does his thing. Everybody wants the other one, even this one's a process. At some point, this one keep messing up, the other one takes over. Just because of that. Because the day when you that problematic and you don't play well, all that's come back to you. It's all when you hitting good, you playing good, yeah, great, all that, all good. The moment you struggle and nobody wanna help you, your teammates, that's when you realize, man, that's when people go by you. People's gonna go by you, you're gonna look back and say, man, what happened? What you do? It's not like you didn't try. It's just that you didn't do the right thing. You didn't try hard enough. You got comfortable. You happy where you at. Guess what? You got 3 more, and more people come behind next to you. Know you're not even playing. You're a backup of the backup, and that's when you realize, man, what I do. And the one advice I always give kids: 20 years from now, when you're done playing, this professional level, and you played 15 years in the big league, you're rich in a ranch, whatever, you chilling, or you just play minor league for 5 years and that's it. That when you see yourself, you say, man, at least I tried. I did my best. I sucked or whatever. I didn't hit. I gave it up in pro, but I had fun and I did my best. It's, and instead of some people just, man, I couldn't do that. You see, I could have done this, and then you got a little bit of that regret, and that's when I stink a little bit. Telling you, and before I forget, you when you first came to Delaware, we have a mutual friend, Yves. Say, man, take care of this kid. And then we met. I saw you playing the Blue Rocks when I was coaching with Lynchburg or Carolina. I don't remember. Man, this kid's smooth. I said, this kid's got good hands. Look at in Wilmington Blue Rock Stadium, worst place in the minor leagues to hit. That
Yeah, I
place,
remember
I'm
that.
sorry about this. That place sucks to hit.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
thick
I remember
grass, you don't see the ball good. The ball don't carry, so whatever. I gotta say that. And I hit inside the park homer there. You know that?
that.
He's never done
No, do you call an
what
Uber or something to run the
inside
bases?
right field and center field. Boom. Ambulance, paramedics. That was in
I
the first
bet.
inning. I was
I bet.
playing first. In the 7th inning, I was still breathing heavy. Anyway,
I bet.
and you come a long way. You make yourself available. You make yourself better. You keep working hard. And look at you, man. You social media, you start. You keep doing it, and just be proud of what you've done because you do it yourself. I mean, talking to you, having breakfast a couple years ago, say I got to do this in Instagram and this, I don't know, and you done everything. You got the right people around you, and you doing a great thing in Delaware. Those kids are you got a good one here, guys. I go telling you kids that keep doing the right thing, kid, because it's nice to see you succeed and doing it. Us coming as a professional player when we were 16, just we became adults here. And now we are where we are. We got family, we have kids, but we still got love for the game, and we giving people what we know. We're not perfect. We're not the best, but we guarantee you we're gonna make sure that you get better. We're gonna make sure that you get Whatever we know, we're gonna give it to you, and that's what you're doing there in your academy, and keep doing great things, man. And I'm proud of you, and a lot of people is proud of you because you're killing it. You're killing it.
That that mean a lot. That mean a lot to me. You have no idea how much I respect you and um, how much it means for somebody like you saying that to me. For the guys who don't know who doesn't know much about the Venezuelan baseball winter ball, these guys are freaking legends right here. You guys have the like you have a big one talking right now, dropping all and sharing all that knowledge and that experience. So I hope you guys listen and take one or two things here and there because these guy know a lot about what he's talking about. I know you mentioned a little bit. You mentioned something about the mental part of the game, and we hear a lot about like the mental side of the game in a professional baseball. How much of of development at the pro level is mental versus physical, and how younger players can start developing that mental toughness early on?
Well, we every organization now have even multiple mental coaches. These
I remember, yeah, I
of
remember that.
some of them carry one with their team, and it's just it's a good thing has somebody to talk for the players talking. I never did it. I don't think I don't know. It wasn't a thing back then. But these guys know. People say mental coach, oh, he got issues. No, it's not. Sometimes we don't know what's going on with players off the field. We know something at home. Some guys are married, got kids. Some guys maybe got a fight with their girlfriend. Young kid and stuff we don't know. And they bring that to the game. Next, thing you know, it's affecting the way they prepare, the way they play, and that's when those people come and get you ready. And we have meetings every spring training over and over. Hey, this is our guy. This is the number. Feel free to call it 24/7. And it's people don't understand how hard playing professional baseball is. It's like it's a 6 to 7 month thing. You have to travel. You have to go to hotels. And when we did it, it was just hey. Right now, I'm never gonna say it's easy, but right now they got more access to eat. They get 2 meals, nice meals every day, paid for, sometimes free. They get better meal money. They get their own apartment now. If you're not married, you get 2 bedroom apartment, 2 players, Wi-Fi, furniture. They don't have to pay for that. Their salary is better. Back then, it's one apartment. You know this: air mattress, left and right, Wi-Fi. What? We even had gas, and then we just got to get ready to play. And then a lot of frozen lasagna and all that, and that's why I don't like lasagna anymore. But
I remember the cold sandwiches too before the game. I was like, wow.
I ate so much peanut butter sandwich at some point that I quit for 10 years and I'm back at I'm back.
I bet.
But it's just it's so much going on besides go play, be ready to play because us man, we came from our country. We trying to learn English and then we got coaches that don't speak Spanish. You're trying to figure out what's going on. If you did something bad, they have a meeting, you understand some, you gotta always have somebody to speak good English and good Spanish, say a bilingual person. And it's stuff that you don't think will affect you, but they make it a little more difficult. Like some days you need somebody to talk to besides a teammate. And nowadays you have the WhatsApp, they can talk daily, the iPhones, like whatever. Back then it was pay phones, coins, and calling cards. That's the way I was call my mom and my parents. And it just. But guess what, man? I have fun with it. It was some tough days, but like I said, I always love baseball, and that's why that part was easier for me. But some people had hard times. You're not playing well. Okay, you probably need to talk to somebody. It's just very important that you're mentally ready to play every day. Even the day you feel like 80%, if you can get 100% of that 80% is good. You, as a baseball player, physically, you're never going to be 100% during the season, guarantee you, especially in a long season, 5, 6 months. You know that. You sleep, you go in a hotel, the hotel bed is no good. The AC, 10, 12 hours bus ride. Okay, let's go. And then you got to get ready. Get into a fly. When we fly in minor league, commercial. From time to time, you get the middle seat. You got to get up at 4 in the morning and then get to the stadium. You don't get to the stadium, you're playing at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock game. You got to find a way to stretch and get ready. And the stuff that just it's a grind. It's a grind left and right. And The only place you don't grind much is in the big leagues because the charter fly, everything they got, but good for them. That's why everybody want to get to the big leagues. But those guys, some of those guys went through the whole thing, man. Some of those guys went family. Okay, you go send down. You got whatever. You got to move. Bring your kids with you. You got to get in a one bedroom for a family of four, and just stuff that go behind the doors that people don't know that we as players go through in the minor leagues, and that's what I think the mental part has somebody to talk to, has some coach that you can relate to. I think that's what we talk about this earlier. Like, get to know the person, the player will come. From time to time, players want to come and talk to you. I had guys in AAA. We talk, we share tears, we talk about family, kids, and stuff. Had this guy last year, actually, I won't say his name, but we after the game, he's hitting in the cage. I said, "What happened, man?" He start talking, he start crying. I say, "Hey, man, keep doing your thing, whatever." Some two people got hurt, big leagues, and like 4 days later, big leagues. He was about to just couldn't do anymore. Like, I don't know what to do. Playing well, didn't get called out. I thought it was gonna be my shot because they called somebody else up. And next thing you know, he was in the big leagues. He was part of. Now he's a big league player. It's just stuff like that. You'll never know what's gonna happen. But the only thing you can do is stay ready. When in high school, you stay ready. You're not starting in varsity. Stay ready. That's one thing. When your chance comes and you do what you do, you're gonna look back. You go 1 year at a time, one game at a time. Just don't think about 3 year old. 2 weeks, we gotta do this. No, 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 no. Right now, what are you doing to get ready for the next game? And that's just life. That's just the sport, and you never know. They're gonna knock at your door, but when they knock at the door, you better be ready. Don't be looking for your shoes or your flip flops. You ready when they knock at the door, because that might be your only chance. Not everybody gets to chance it. When you get the chance, be ready. If it happens, if you succeed or not, you were ready at least. It's not guarantees anything, but you have to stay ready. Because in the parts it's easier to stay ready, it's just feeling good about yourself. But if you mentally you say, I'm gonna get it. Confidence. Don't let nobody you trust you. It's your own fight against everybody. You stay ready. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Okay? Even your coach. But you gotta do it the right way. I don't say with that attitude, no. But
Absolutely, absolutely. Caballo, last question. Looking to the future, how do you see player development evolving in the next decade? What should parents and young athletes be thinking about now? How to stay ahead?
I think play multiple sports when you're young. I think you play multiple sports, see what's gonna be. If you're gonna be a baseball player, you're gonna be a baseball player. But in playing multiple sports show you build character. You play basketball, you play football, contact sport. It's gonna be a rough day, okay. No, you can do because I always say you prepare for the worst, like I said earlier. The game's gonna keep evolving. I think now it's like at some point was everybody's worried about XCV or homers and this. Okay, I get it. We all want to hit the ball hard. We all that. But now athletes are better. The preparation, the nutrition, everything is making better athletes. Colleges, high school, everybody's getting a guy to train, a personal trainer. Like guys, you go into facilities. I think we're getting better athletes. And when you get better athletes, you're gonna have better players, more talent. So I just think that just with all this information, with the right information, it's just gonna keep getting better and better, man. I think Delaware is a perfect example. Delaware start seeing more players playing good, being being good and different in good schools. Just I think it's just gonna with all the information with the professional teams more involved, like into the scouting and following players even more. I think it's all those perfect game things and all that. But a lot of good players come out of that. I just think that it's when you do stuff like that, you got to do it for the right reason. It just doesn't mean because you go to a perfect game doesn't mean you want to play college. Doesn't mean you want to be a pro. And that's the biggest mistake. Know where you are, know where you want to be, and know where you can be. It's a reality as a player. Some guys think, okay, I'm this, but I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah, okay, you got to put the time and work, whatever. We'll see. But it's definitely more athletic now in the game of baseball. Guys going harder. Guys running fast, guys hitting the ball a mound. You get high school kids that like build like linebacker in college and NFL linebacker. So I think we had everything on the table to become the sport of baseball growing again. I think we see more like inner city kids. We start seeing more inner city kids in the big leagues getting drafted. That's awesome. I think there's more athletes you get on the field, the more you can do. And this is going to be the more competition, the more you're going to get pushed. Because who's afraid of that? If you want to play baseball, you're going to have competition. And when you compete against somebody, don't feel like you got to go against that guy. You going with you, like I said earlier. If the guy go 3 for 4 with a homer, don't try to go 4 for 4 with 2 homers. You do you. That's when you put pressure on yourself. But I think the baseball, with all the crazy stuff going on and a lot of new rules, I think the clock thing is a good thing, and they got to do some more changes. Thinking of do some more changes. I think baseball's in the right path to be America's #1 pastime again.
Wow, without a doubt, it was an incredible discussion. Caballo, thank you so much, and I think our listeners will walk away with a much better understanding of what a real player development looks like and what it really takes to play in the professional level. Again, thank you so much for sharing all your insights with us today, your knowledge, your journey, and I appreciate a lot what you did for us today.